Board meeting is called to order. The date is August 17th, 2020. The time is 6:02. Ms. Lester, will you do roll call, please?
Piles,
Present.
Thunderbird,
Here.
Terrell,
Here.
Beard,
Here.
Kennard,
Here.
Lester present, Martell, I saw him on.
Here, and please forgive my inability to chair the meeting presently as I'm in commute, and thank you, Vice President Piles, for standing in.
We have a quorum.
We have a quorum.
Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now we will move into the public comment portion of the meeting for agenda items only. If anybody would like to speak, please type in the chat box or unmute yourself, and we will wait a minute for those of us who wish to speak to join.
Ms. Piles, if I may, Vice President Piles.
Yes.
Before we move into the agenda, I wanted to make a motion to amend the agenda as our legal was on vacation. I wanted to make a motion to amend the agenda to push back the action item for a week to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to review and is comfortable with the action item. With that being stated, after speaking with him, he's requested it till next Monday. So I want to make a motion to the same. Is there support?
Support.
Any discussion?
Mr. Martell, this is Mrs. Beard. Is that just to remove the action item, or are you still requesting the closed session?
There's still going to be a closed session, and he'll be present for the closed session. But he just came back from vacation today, so I just wanted to make sure that, and of course, yes, just the closed session will still take place.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Discussion.
I do. Sorry. There's two action items. Which action item are we removing? Are we removing both of them?
Excuse me. The first action item.
Action item A? Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. I wanted to be clear because we have two items.
Yes, ma'am. Not the action item related. Not the. I don't have it in front of me, but not the action item related to the to closed session.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Piles.
Yes.
Mr. Martell, this is Mrs. Beard again. We have two action items. The first action item is the approval for contract of the executive administrative assistant. That stays on the agenda, correct?
No, that is the one.
No, that's the one we're removing. Action item A.
Okay.
Okay. Ms. Wester, will you do a roll call, please?
Piles,
Yes.
Beard,
Yes.
Terrell,
Yes.
Kennard,
Yes.
Thunderbird,
Yes.
Martell,
Yes.
Wester, yes. Passes unanimously to be pushed to Monday, August 24th.
So we move into the report of the superintendent, and welcome Dr. Edmondson. It is wonderful to have you join us from the helm tonight. So since this is your inaugural meeting, we will turn the floor over to you.
Oh, thank you. You know, I never imagined that my inaugural meeting would be virtual, but it is what it is. I've had a great, I guess today is the first day that I've officially started. So I thank you for your support. Everybody has been very professional. The board, in terms of the board, very, very professional, and I appreciate that. I'm on the ground running today. Spent 3 hours talking to central staff, central office staff today, talking about things that are very important at this point, which is customer service, and that's what we were talking about. We're in the business of kids. You don't get kids in, you know, there's a dollar figure that's tied into it. So we were just talking about what that looks like, how to operationalize that. I went over my 100-day plan that I had done with you, and we went over the plan, the correlate of effective schools, how important that is in moving the district forward. I talked about some of my perceptions of the district thus far. I gave data, and I said data don't lie. So you might disagree with me, but the data don't lie. And I compared that with neighboring competitors who aren't doing much better at all academically. They're doing about the same, but for whatever reason, they're putting their kids in that school. So that says that something in terms of culture and climate needs to be addressed. So I really appreciated that they were very receptive. My goal was to treat them like professionals as they are. I told them that I would offer support, but I can't offer support that I don't know. You have to tell me what kind of support what you need, and I will give that to you. I talked about being in this field it's a privilege. This is a privilege to work in Romulus Community Schools is a privilege. And if you don't see it that way, then maybe there's somewhere else that's out there for you. I mean, I'm just frank. I've been rather direct, you know, but it's a privilege. We know what we need to do. When we saw some of the data trends, I'm very excited that we're going to be able to deliver on the things that we say we're going to. I gave examples of what customer service looks like, and we talked about it. I always say, before you can go out and talk about other schools, you have to start in your own house. So we started in our own house, which is central office, talking about how we can be better for parents. I shared that I've called a student who's frankly had a surgery for brain surgery, and how that student is transitioned on to another school in our district. I called the parent, and I talked to the parent about being able to empathize, having open heart surgery myself, how I felt about that, and the little things, the little phone calls, the little texts, how important that is. So I called that parent. Sorry, I had a fly. Talked to the parent about welcome to the district, and we will continue to do whatever we can to serve her son. I've also called one parent who's enrolling 3 children. I was given that information by actually a board member, and I was very appreciative. So I called the family and thanked them for choosing Romulus Community Schools. I asked them why. I asked her why. So she told me. That was really good to hear. So I just gave examples of what customer service can look like, and what it does for families. And if we have a plan, or if we even mention the correlates of effective schools, if we start talking about that and teachers are aware of what it is and staff is aware in the community, all we have to do is talk the same language. Those 7 correlates, that's the language that we speak. So that can be the measure. I said, when you complain about me or complain about an environment, make sure you find a way to tie in the correlates, because that's what we're trying to address for a district like us. So I had a great time. We still have work. As I shared, I met with UAW local, I don't remember, sorry. Charge it to my mom, really. We're trying to establish getting some PPE for our community in the form of face shields for face shields for staff, and masks for students and staff. Hopefully we'll have some good news in October to share with you before our next decision. But I'm out there doing it for I love this job, and I hope that becomes clear, but I love this job. I've had a lot of emails from staff. I really appreciate the staff that have sent me emails. Unfortunately, I've not been able to answer them because I'm on the go. I'm just on the go. And I told them who they have as a superintendent, that I am who I say I am. Absolutely. I'm not a perfect man, never will be. But these are the things that you're going to see from me. I said, my job is to be out in this community and be the biggest champion for our school district. Somebody has to be the champion, and that is me. That if you're looking for me, I promise you I have an open schedule that everybody has access to see my schedule. Just call, find out where I am. But I'm out here doing business for our students and staff in our community. Again, I'm very excited. I'm going to inform you as the board. I will always keep you informed of what we're doing, any issues we might be having. I'm going to absolutely keep you informed there. And in terms of the community, I'm working on a letter, and it will be followed up with a video, but a letter, an email about, introducing myself to the district and where we're trying to go and what we're trying to do, and that we are committed to customer service. I mean, that is critical, customer service. And just giving them information as well as the staff about this ever-changing world. It seems to change weekly. I don't have all the answers, okay? But what I can do is provide information. And I think people want to know what's going on in the school district. We have to do a better job of being champions, letting people know what we're doing. And lastly, I worked with Mr. Cooper, that would be David Cooper. We're working on branding. We need some consistency on how we brand the district. Something as simple as the use of fonts. We shouldn't have a bunch of different fonts. Everybody should be using the same font. We should have the same logo. We have a couple of different logos in the community. That doesn't work. One logo. Everybody should have it. We just, thanks to Mr. Cooper, he created a Twitter page. I asked him to create a Twitter page because there are different methods of communicating with families. So we need to take advantage of all those different opportunities to communicate with families. Everybody's not an email person. Everybody's not a robocall person, and everybody's not Twitter. So we're going to try to do as much as we can to always keep the focus on what we're doing as a school district. I can't guarantee, but I will guarantee that this time next year we'll be celebrating a lot of gains. There should be some gains in enrollment. I'm definitely concerned about student achievement, but once the environment, and it's not an indictment on anyone. It's the truth. We need to work on getting our culture and climate and work on our environment, and kids come back. Okay. Parents would probably choose Romulus over anywhere else, but we have to make sure that we're giving them a reason to choose. And this is business. You have to earn your community's support, and I'm willing to earn it for us. So had a great day. That was just day one. So, I don't want to take too much more time, but if anybody has any questions, I am open to that right now. I'll be glad to answer from a board perspective, or, well, let Ms. Piles run the board meeting the way she needs to. So I'm going to stop there.
Thank you, Dr. Edmondson, and thank you for a very productive and impactful first day. And we're fortunate that your first day had some extra days preceding it. You took time to get to know people in our district and gather information so that you could start this morning and hit the ground running. And we are looking forward to great things for our district under your leadership. So thank you for your enthusiasm and your leadership and your vision. Are there any questions from board members for Dr. Edmondson?
Come on now.
Wow, a board that's not questioning. Okay, so if we don't have any questions, then at this time, we have a closed session for attorney-client privilege communication pursuant to Section 8H of the Open Meetings Act. I'm sorry, I can't see. MCL 15.268H. I apologize. My vision is not good. If there is a motion to go into closed session.
I'll make a motion, Ms. Wester.
Second by Canaris.
Ms. Wester, will you do a roll call vote, please?
Terrell,
Yes.
Piles,
Yes.
Kennard,
Yes.
Thunderbird,
Yes.
Beard,
Yes.
Martell,
Yes.
Wester's, yes. It is 6:17.
6:17. We will be back. This meeting will continue. Board members close this out and will join in closed session.
Oh, wait, think we're waiting on Ed.
He's coming.
He's here.
Do we have everybody?
Yes.
We do.
Forgive me for my delay. With that being stated, I'm going to make a motion to come out of closed session.
Support.
Can we have a roll call, please?
Piles.
Yes.
Kennard.
Yes.
Beard.
Yes.
Thunderbird.
Yes.
Terrell.
Yes.
Wester, yes. Martell.
Yes.
650.
We are now out of open. We are now out of closed. Excuse me. We are in open. Is there a motion on the floor?
Mr. President, I move that the Romulus Community Schools Board of Education authorize Troon Law Firm to pursue draft termination charges for the employee.
Support.
Moved by Ms. Piles, supported by Ms. Wester. If there's no discussion, can we have a roll call, please?
Piles.
Yes.
Terrell.
Yes.
Kennard.
Yes.
Beard.
Yes.
Thunderbird.
Yes.
Wester, yes. Martell.
Yes.
Unanimously.
Motion carried. We're going to now move into the public comment portion of the agenda. We encourage you to participate and bring any concerns to the board, or all comments are limited to 3 minutes, no personal attacks, and the floor is open. Please unmute yourself and introduce yourself. And we will leave the floor open for public comment for just a few more moments. And again, I encourage the audience to participate.
Mr. President, this is Ms. Funderburg. You did have on here comments from you as well, report of board president on the agenda.
Thank you, Ms. Funderburg, for the reminder. Yes. At this point in time, I don't have any further to comment. Just want to applaud the district, Dr. Edmondson, our staff, our administrators, our teachers, for the work you're doing and working to provide a safe environment for our kids to come back and learn. So I don't have any items other than that to state. Okay, so at this point in time, there's no comments from the public. I'm going to turn it over to the board. If the board has any public comments, now is the time.
Mr. President?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. I would like to thank our stakeholders who are continuing to join us. Thank you for being here tonight, and I encourage you to continue to do so and tell others to join as well. We will be having a lot of great things happening in our district immediately. So this is the place to be, second and fourth Mondays. So Mr. Martell, I want to thank you for the work that you put into organizing the superintendent search and all of the work you did with Jay Bennett and the board and with the candidates, and for working with Troon Law Firm to negotiate a contract with Dr. Edmondson, on top of all of your other professional and personal obligations. Well done, and kudos for keeping us organized and unified while we did that. Dr. Edmondson, welcome again. I'm so glad to have you aboard, and thank you for the energy and enthusiasm and professionalism that you bring to our district. To our stakeholders again, I really want to encourage you to reach out and introduce yourself to Dr. Edmondson and take time to get to know him. His vision here is that Romulus will be realigned, reshaped, reimagined, and with the wellness of the community in mind. So we will hold him to that. So far, he has demonstrated that he does what he says. And so we are looking forward to being part of this journey together as a community. And that's all.
Thank you, Ms. Piles. Is there any additional from the board? If not, I'm going to make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
Roll call, please.
Martell,
Yes.
Piles,
Yes.
Thunderbird,
Yes.
Terrell,
Yes.
Beard,
Yes.
Kennard,
Yes.
Westers, yes. 6:55.
Yes.
Everybody stay safe. God bless. And we will see each other again on Monday.
Monday the 24th.
What about, I don't know if it's the 24th, I believe. Well, probably.
No, the 20th.
No, we still have to do those professional pictures at some point.
Oh.
Yeah, you just have to send us the dates for that. Yeah, but Monday's the 24th.
Right.
Next meeting.
Our meeting. Yes.
Right. But he said, see you on the 24th. So
Oh.
I might speak.
Politically correct. Politically correct, huh?
Clear communicator, reiterating expectations. No one is uninformed. Thank you.
Have a good night, everybody.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.